Louise, how important is corporate hospitality to the Extreme Sailing Series?
Corporate hospitality is very important to the Extreme Sailing Series. It's a key factor of the success of the series. The hospitality is important to the clients because it's a chance for the guests to see the sporting element and also to interact with the public, the entertainment which is on the shore. It's important to us because it drives revenue which we in turn can put back into the series and create bigger and better events.
Is the series primarily one for a sponsor to use for business-to-business communications, and is that why hospitality is important?
Yes, it is important. It's a really good opportunity for clients to use the business-to-business in the VIP lounge and interacting around the race, but there's also great media returns on it as well. They're able to target their key markets, whether it be in Europe or Asia. So there's lots of benefits to it. And yeah, it's a great part of why people sign up for the series.
I mean, there are a lot of events that offer hospitality. You know, what makes the Extreme Sailing Series different from a hospitality point of view?
It's a unique event. The guests will be able to be interactive. They can sail in the morning, a corporate schedule, so they'll go out in groups of 3 to 4, sail for 20 minutes, get to know the boat, and then a lucky fifth man in the afternoon will get to actually race. It's a bit like being thrown into a scrum at Twickenham or driving with Jensen Button or being strapped to the bonnet, and it's a really exciting opportunity for a guest. There aren't many sports, in fact I can't think of any other sports where you can actually interact with the sport. Safety is our highest priority. We're very serious about this because we do know we're dealing with very fast boats. The first thing is that the guest would be fully briefed in the morning, so they'll understand what's going on the boat and they'll know all the risks involved. We'll then supply them with a buoyancy aid, a luminous vest and a helmet, and then they'll go on board. The skippers and crew are very used to having guests on board, so they understand how to treat the guests. And then at the same time our race director will be judging the weather. If it's too windy, we'll pull off the fifth men. And also there's safety boats on the water, medical on standby on the land, so we do make sure we're covered from all angles.
Yeah. You have had one or two capsizes there with guests on board. How have they reacted to that?
Initially, yeah, it's all quite exciting. It's a story that they're coming back with. But I think they are pleasantly surprised at how quick we react. Literally, if they're in the water, they're scooped right out because the safety boat's right there, and they're back on land within minutes and being dried off, and then a great story to tell at the end of the day. So anyone that has gone in has been surprised, but pleasantly surprised. Hospitality packages are available for teams, sponsors and clients outside of the series as well. They can buy hospitality on the land and watch from the VIP lounge, which is right next to the water, or they can charter a boat at a race day or outside of a race day. So there are lots of opportunities for people to get involved, and I think because there are these different levels, it suits everybody's requirements. A typical hospitality visit starts in the morning, so the guests will arrive at 9:30. They'll have the safety and welcome briefing in which we'll introduce them to one of the skippers. Then they'll get all dressed up to go out on the water and go corporate sailing for the morning. They'll get to know their teams and they'll go on the water for about 20 minutes in groups of 3 to 4. And then they'll come back in for lunchtime, during which the commentator starts coming on and starts talking to the public, attracting people to come down to the village. And also he'll do a parade of sail in which he'll introduce the teams to the VIPs and the public. So he's getting the crowd G'd up. And then racing will start at about 2 o'clock, at which point the VIPs, who've luckily been selected to go as fifth men, will go out on the boat and they'll know which slot they're going on. So they'll go out, do their race, come back in. There's about 6 races every afternoon. Each race is short and sharp to keep everybody's attention. And then at the end of the day, there's a prize giving at about 5 o'clock, and then we have drinks with the crew, so the guests will get a chance to mingle with all the superstar sailors that will be coming in. And then the day ends, but sometimes we'll be doing a party in the evening as well, so they could stay on for that. The race village is built so that the crowds and the VIPs can see the racing directly. The VIP lounge is in the prime position, so we've got hulls flying past, sails flying past the window, so they're right up close. And so we look at each venue and choose each venue specifically for this, so that they can feel right up against the action, and it makes some very good viewing. Normally the racing is offshore, you can see a speck in the distance, or you have to get on a viewing boat and then go out to watch the racing. With this, you've got the luxury of being in the VIP lounge, having it right in front of you. You don't have to be in there all day. You can choose to watch however much you want to watch, and then enjoy the rest of the entertainment in the race village as well. Each event, we attract about 100 VIPs per day. It does depend on the accessibility of the venue, and each team will have different objectives in each venue. There's a lot of people that come to the venue for this event. So we've got the VIPs coming in every day, and they'll be staying for 1 or 2 days, so they'll be overnighting in hotels and using the local infrastructure. Then we've also got the teams. There's usually 10 teams, and in each team there's the project team as well as the crew, so you've got a large group of people using the venues for that. Then we've got all the press and the journalists that are coming in, and then the public who will be coming in to watch the event as well. So the amount of people that are using the venue for these events is quite considerable. The recession has made a difference to corporate hospitality. I think clients are being more picky with what they're choosing now. They want more value for their money, they want return on their investment. And instead of choosing 2 or 3 events that they might entertain at during the year, they might be just picking one. That's great for us because we do have a really good return on investment. So we are still finding that people are still buying hospitality through us for that reason, that they want something that people really are going to go away and say, wow, at the end of the day. The recession has changed the way people think about spending for hospitality. They're having to justify their spend, they're having to be accountable for how much they're spending per person. So I think the trend with that will continue, and probably before it was getting a little bit out of control, and it has put it more in control now.